So I'm going with the next topic. Okay. So you know all these things. You are going to calculate sum. Okay. You're going to calculate sum. You're going to calculate some what is the difference, product, and quotient. That is division. Okay. So we are going to accept two values. Okay. And you're going to find all these things. So just see here how the output will be. Int a, b, s for sum. Okay. So a will be created, b will be created, s will be created, d will be created, product will be created, and quotient, which is division, it can be in terms of real values, right? So that will be taken as float. All these are integers, that is taken as float. Now printf, this will be your output. What is that output? Printf, that is whatever written in this inverted commas, that will be printed in this printf statement. So enter A and B values backslash n in the next line. Then scanf. Now system is asking us to enter a value. I'm going to enter 2, A value as 2, comma, or I can say space 2. So A value will be 2, B value will be 2. I have entered. You can enter your own values. S equals to 2 plus 2, 4, 0, 4. Okay. This is 1.0. So all these will be printed, get ch, end of your program. Okay. And if you want to calculate area of circle, so what is area of circle? Formula pi r square. Pi value generally you're going to have a constant value, that is 22 by 7. Pi value is 22 by 7. If I just do some division, it will be 3.14. Okay, that will be the pi value. Now I need to calculate pi r square, that is pi into r into r. So instead of this pi, I can use 3.14, right? So I'm going to use 3.14 into what is r value? Radius. That I am going to enter. Okay. So main function int r, because you need to enter radius, float AOC, that is area of circle, enter radius, that is R value, scan of percentage ampersand R, I'm going to enter R value as 10. So AOC, area of circle, equals to, I'm going to calculate 3.14 into R, R value is 10. So 3.14 into 10 into 10, which is nothing but 314 area of circle. That will be printed onto the screen. Area of circle is whatever the answer is there, that will be printed. This is 2f because AOC, that is area of circle, you have taken as float. See, I said integer r, this is of only one character. Integer or float, right? Float, right? Float AOC, this is of 3 characters. So even though this is of 3 characters, it will be taken as one variable only. So maximum it can be with one, sorry, minimum it can be with one, maximum it can be with 32 characters. But here it is only 3 characters, no worries, right? So can take from 1 to 32 anything. Okay, but it should not be with blank spaces. It should not be with numbers. Okay, so those are few of the things that you need to notify. Okay, fine. So we are going to work with next program. Now circumference of a circle. What is circumference of a circle formula? 2, sorry, yeah, it is. What happened, man? This is 2 pi r. Okay, pi value no 3.14. So only r value I need to get, that I can accept from the system. Int r. Okay, float COC, circumference of circle, clears the screen. Enter radius. Main function is mandatory, right? Enter radius. That will be your first output. What is that? Enter radius. And immediately next line. So cursor will be waiting in the next line. Okay, here. Scanf percentile d ampersand r. System is asking us to enter any of the values. So I'm going to enter r value as 10. So COC equals to, formula you have done, 2 into 3.14 into some 10, 2 pi r. That is 2 into pi into r. So that answer, whatever you get, that will be printed onto the screen. That's the end of your program. In the same way, you're going to have, what is that? Area of rectangle, perimeter of rectangle. Area of rectangle is AOR, you can take. perimeter of rectangle POR you can take. So generally, what is the formula for area of rectangle? Right, it will be L into B will be area of rectangle, right? 2 into L plus B is perimeter of the rectangle. So I need to get this L and B values. If I get L and B values, we are going to get these answers, right? So I'm going to take L, B, AOR, POR, clears the screen, enter the value of L and B, right? Scanf. System is asking us to enter a value. I'm going to give L value as 10, right? Some B value as 2. Area of rectangle equals to L into B. That is a formula. So this is 10 into 2, which is 20. That will be stored into this AOR. Area of rectangle will be printed. Then perimeter of rectangle 2 into, right, L plus B, which is nothing but 2 into 10 plus 2, which is nothing but 2 into 12, which is 24. Is it pointless? That will be stored in perimeter of rectangle. So you are going to print perimeter of rectangle is percentile D POR. Okay, here everything you have taken as integer only. Clear? So this is how generally we are going to do all these things. Fine. So next, right. So this is very important. What I'm going to do, already we have seen in the algorithm, A value I have taken as 10, B value I have taken as 20. What I need to do is I need to interchange these values. I need to put this B value into A. I need to put this A value into B. So after my calculation, A value should be 20 and B value should be 10, and without using third variable. I'm not using any third variable. Only using these two variables I need to perform, right? So just see here, main function, I'll write here, right? So just see here. Output will be like this. First, enter values of A and B. That will be it is in printf, so that will be printed on the screen. Enter A and B values. In the next line, it will be waiting because it is \n. So you're going to enter the values. A value, which is 10, and B value, which is some 1. Okay, A and B. I've given these values. Now these two are the logics. So this is separated, right? Either you can use this one, either you can use this one. Okay. So just see here, A equals to A plus B, which is nothing but A equals to A is nothing but 10, B is nothing but 1. So 10 plus 1, A value will be 11. Okay. Then afterwards, now this is A value. Now what is my next statement? B equals to A minus B, which is nothing but B equals to A latest value is 11. 11 minus B value is 1. Is it point clear? Right. So B equals to 11 minus 1 is 10. So you got this. A value was 10. Now this B value has changed to 10. In the same way, last statement is A equals to A minus B, which is nothing but A equals to, what is initial A value? 11. What is recent A value is 11. What is recent B value? 10. Right. So A equals to 1. So now A was 10. Now this A became 1 and B became 10. So without using a third variable, right? Only A's and B's, two variables. Now this is also the same logic. A equals to A into B. You can try it out. A by B, B equals to A by B, A equals to A by B. You're going to get the answer. So after swapping, the two values are A equals to percentile D, B equals to percentile D, A value, B value. That is A equals to, what is that? 10, 1 will be printed. B equals to 10 will be printed. Gets it. Now, using third variable, okay, I'll show you how you're going to do using third variable, right? So just see here, one second. A equals to 10, I'm going to take, B equals to some 6, I'm going to take, okay. Now these two values to be interchanged using third variable. So I'm going to take a third variable called C. So instead of C, they have taken temp, okay. So what I'm going to do is, initially I'm going to say C equals to A. Then C equals to A is nothing but C equals to A value, which is there, that 10 will be stored into the C. Now next A equals to B, which is nothing but A equals to B value is nothing but 6 will be stored into it. Then B equals to C, I'll say. Now A value has become 6, where B value has been stored into A now. And C value is 10. So you're going to store B equals to 10. Whatever A 10 is there, that will be stored into B now because of this C. right? So do you check now? A value is 6 and B value became as 10. Initially A value was 10, B value was 6. This is using your third variable. So these are the logic. C equals to A equals to B equals to C. Or instead of C, they have written temp. Temp equals to A equals to B equals to temp. You can see here, temp equals to A equals to B equals to temp. So you are swapping those values. A value will be swapped to B when B value will be swapped to A. After swapping, you are going to print A, B values. That's the end of your program. Yeah. Right. So what I'm going to do was, I'm going to take the student details in my program. Right. So here again, this requires a lot of attention. Try to see here, student details. I need to print the student details, which includes student roll number. For you, you are going to have your roll number. Okay. Student name, you're going to have your name. And I'm going to take marks in 3 subjects: maths, okay, physics, chemistry. Fine. So I'm going to calculate total and I'm going to calculate average. So these all are the requirements, right? So suppose if I take my name as Kishore, right? How many characters we have? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 characters. So you can't store 7 characters into a single variable, that is name, right? So in order to store that, there should be some array created like this. So if you take name like this, you can store only 1k, that's it. You can't store these letters. So if you take array of some 10, length 10 or 20 like that, you can store the value of 10 characters like this. Example, you can see first roll number will be integer, suppose 501 integer. Okay, name should be in character because name always in terms of character, right? Then mass will be integer, physics will be integer, chemistry will be integer. So if I take mass marks 100, physics marks 100, and chemistry marks 100, so total equals to m plus p plus c, which is nothing but 300, which is also integer. So I've taken int of total, right? Then name anedi, name is nothing but it's a character, so I'm going to take it as characters. Then float average. So if we do average, total by 3, number of subjects, right? 3 subjects are there, total by 3, which is going to give you average. That can be in terms of real values, point values lo kuda ravochu, real values. So in order to store that real value, you're going to use float average. Okay. Now let me go with the concept. Control A. Just see here. Int roll number MPC followed by total, name 15 characters. So internally memory will be created for this name like this. Okay, this is name variable. This is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 like this. 15 will be created. But internally this is called as character array. Array is nothing but you can store more values onto a single, I mean into a single variable with by expanding like this, right? So but size will be allocated from 0 to size minus 1. What is actual size? 15. So 15 minus 1 will be 14. So 0 to 14, which is nothing but 15 characters. Now name, then float average, clear the screen. So I'm going to enter printf. Your output will be like this. First output is enter roll number, name, MPC, marks. In the next line, just see here. Roll number, it is an integer, so percentile D. Name, it is character. You can see here, collection of characters is called as a string. So for string, conversion character is percentile yes. Okay, then mass, percentile D, physics, percentile D, chemistry, percentile D. So you're going to work with ampersand roll number. Okay, and keep in your mind, for name, there won't be any ampersand. For name, there won't be any ampersand. Okay, it is not an address operator. Name directly can be written. Then ampersand M, ampersand P, ampersand C, maths, physics, chemistry. Now I'm going to give the value. Roll number I'm going to give 501. Right. Our name I'm going to give Kishore. Right. This is in serial. Next maths marks, which is 100, physics marks, which is 100, chemistry marks, which is 100. So totally now these are the things you have given. Now total internally gets calculated 300. Average is nothing but total by 3.0. Again, this is type conversion. See, because total is integer. Okay, by if I write a 3, integer by integer should give you the answer as integer, but average is float. You can't store integer by integer into float. That's the reason you need to convert like this, either numerator or denominator to float. So if I say 3.0, automatically it is a float value. That's the reason I've converted. Or I can convert like this also. Numerator float of total by 3. Two ways. Okay, now you're going to print total marks are, that will be printed total TOT. Average marks are 2F. Pointer with the 2, right? After point, 2 values, average. Roll number, that will be printed. Student name will be printed. Maths, physics, chemistry, marks will be printed. That's the end of your program. Fine. So these are your conversion characters. Percentile D is integer. For string, you're going to take percentile S. For float, you're going to take percentile F. For character, you're going to take percentile C. For long int, you're going to take percentile LD. For unsigned int, you're going to take percentile U as conversion character. And for double, you're going to take percentile E. So these are your conversion characters. That's what I've written here. Integer, percentile D. Character or string, percentile S. Okay, like this. If it is float, you're going to take it as percentile F, like this. Hope it is clear. Done. Next. So this is very easy. You go through this, right? So what you're going to do is you're going to work with procedure code, procedure name, what is quantity, what is net bill, what is grass bill, what is discount. Okay, all just sample things based on the formulas. You're going to have these things. Okay. Now let me go with board mass rules. So generally this is important and that can be asked in interview as an expression. So board mass rules are nothing but bracket of division, multiplication, addition, subtraction. So first, if your equation is like this, let us suppose I'll say you one of the equation, right? A plus B, okay, into C divided by some D, right? So if minus, okay, after all minus, I'm going to do some some X. So first of all, what is there in the bracket that will be given preference because bracket. So first A plus B will be calculated. Okay. Then afterwards, see here, A plus B will be calculated. Into C won't be calculated. Okay. So now into this C by D will be calculated if you put that in bracket like this. Else A plus B into C will be calculated. Afterwards, by D will be done. Now A plus B first this and C by D the first this, then followed by multiplication of these two. And finally, you're going to work with minus X like this. Okay, that is board muscle. Bracket, whatever written in bracket will be executed first. Afterwards, division, multiplication, addition, and subtraction. Okay. See, we have these things. stdio.h standard input output, conio.h console input output header file, math.h for doing some math operations, square root, right, power. So you're going to use this math.h. Example you can see here. So in order to enclose this square root, okay, or power, so you're going to use one more header file called math.h. Main, you're going to take in n number n and s, okay. Square root of this given number you're going to find, okay. Printf, this will be your first statement, output statement, enter value of n. So you're going to give the value of n as 25. Now s equals to square root of 25. Square root of 25 is nothing but 5, right? So printf square root of percentile d, that is 25, is percentile d, which is 5. N and S will be printed onto the screen. Clear? So afterwards, you're going to have some operators, unary operators, binary operators, followed by conditional or ternary operators. So binary operators, you have arithmetic operator, a relational arithmetic operators, you know, plus, minus, right, followed by division, modulo division, okay, and multiplication. All these are arithmetic operators. Relational operators, less than, greater than, like that. logical operators, then bitwise operators. Unary operators are increment, decrement. That is, if a value is 10, if I say a equals to plus plus 10, which is nothing but a value is going to become 11, incremented by one value. If I say decrement, it decrements by one value. Okay. Size of decrement, assignment, comma. All these are the operators. Okay. We're going to learn them step by step. Okay. Let me close this.